from the Cub Cave as the Lucas Lady Cubs host the Mansfield Christian Lady Flames. We've got pregame action coming your way, and that all starts next.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, as we welcome you back into the Cub Cave here in Lucas, Ohio, where we've got a mid-season showdown for you today. My name's Hayden Gray, and today I'm joined by John Mark Young. Today we have got the Lady Cubs 4-8 on the season, hosting the Lady Flames, who are 6-2. You know, John Mark, what do you see transpiring today as we have number 3 and number 2 in the Mid-Buckeye Conference going head-to-head?
Yeah, Hayden, it's so exciting to be here. Thank you for that introduction. Yeah, this is the Mid-Buckeye Conference, and historically it's been dominated by the Redbirds, but number 2 and number 3 in the conference have been closely followed by the Cubs and the Flames. And so up until about a year and a half ago, Hayden, the Cubs dominated this rivalry. There was games that were very lopsided, and the Flames have kind of picked it up the last few years here, starting to make them pretty competitive. So this is going to be an excellent game, and certainly with really, really cold temperatures out there, there's nothing better than to sit back and watch the OH.REPORT broadcast some local high school games.
Hey, that's for sure. It definitely is a cold one out there today, but as you said, two teams that are, you know, just below Loudonville, looking to find some success here as we near the midway point of the season. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into and look at the Lucas Lady Cubs a little bit closer as we dive into the keys to victory. And today, the keys to victory for the Lucas Lady Cubs are going to be find balance and spread the love. Their key players are Tori Sauter, who's a senior, and Shelby Grover, who's a senior as well. John Mark, for the Lucas Lady Cubs and these keys to victory, what do you think that Coach Grover needs to have them do today to find success against the Flames?
Yeah, I think, you know, there's no doubt that Shelby Grover, being an All-American or All-Ohioan player, is is definitely the engine that drives this thing. But if I'm Coach Grover, I want to see early, especially after some recent losses where Shelby wasn't able to play with sickness. I want to see some success from some of those other players, have Shelby create opportunities for them to see some buckets hit through the net, and that should get the confidence going, which should help the Cubs make a little bit of a run here.
And we're going to take a look at one of those Lady Cubs who's been helping the Lady Cubs do what they do this season. And we're going to look at senior guard Tori Sauter. She's averaging 7 points per game this season, 2.5 boards per game, 2.6 assists, and 2.5 steals per game. So one of those balanced players that alleviates some of that pressure off of Shelby Grover at all times for the Lady Cubs. And one of those stat sheet stuffers who kind of, doesn't have one that stands out the most from the others, kind of does a nice balanced job. From Tori Sauter, what do you need to see from her today to allow Shelby Grover to not feel all the pressure?
Yeah, she's got to do a good job of helping handle the ball. The Flames are going to have a really tight press against the Lady Cubs, and that's going to be mainly focused on Shelby, as it should be. So Tori's going to need to be able to take that ball out of the backcourt, get it moved up the court quickly, be able to help create the offense while Shelby's dealing with a lot of defensive pressure. And so we could probably say that it may all come down to how well Tori Sauter plays this game today.
And, of course, Tori Sauter going to be defended, like you said, by those Mansfield Lady Flames. Let's go ahead and take a look at their keys to victory, coached by none other than your wife, Megan Young. Let's dive right into it. The keys today for the Lady Flames: spark the Flames and post problems. Their key players, Alexis Ripple, who's a junior, and Abby Little, who's a junior, so two players who will be returning next season. Go ahead, break down the Lady Flames for me. What do they need to do to get the job done today?
Yeah, the Flames need that spark. That spark is Anna Sparks, number 5. She's capable of a double-double every night. One of the most athletic, tall, lanky players. She can get to every rebound if she wants it, and the Flames will need her and her width and size to be able to take care of Shelby Grover today. And then the Flames are without their major post player, Kylia Jones, who creates a lot of last year averaged 7 and 7 for them, 7 points, 7 rebounds, and she is out with a sickness right now. So Reagan Standridge, another sophomore, is going to have to step in for her and help bring those rebounds in and keep this game going for the Flames.
So an opportunity to see how the Flames handle that pressure without one of their leading players. But let's go ahead and dive into another leader for them, and that's Abby Little, the junior forward, averaging 13 points per game, 3.9 rebounds per game, and 3.1 assists per game. What has Little been providing for this offense this season?
Yeah, well, a key player because she's capable. Last game she played, shot 70%, 18 points for the game. So she's capable of just getting really hot really quick. Phenomenal athlete, great soccer player that Coach Young has brought in here and taught the game of basketball, only her 3rd season. But when she gets on, and watch her agility. She can steal a basketball pretty quick too. So that's something that Tori Sauter and Shelby Grover are going to have to watch, is not making bad passes, because Abby Little will play the top of that zone and she will steal quickly.
So we've got a great Mid-Buckeye Conference showdown today. In just a few moments, we'll be breaking away for the national anthem. So we will just go ahead and take things down to the court, and we'll go ahead and get that national anthem underway, and we'll be right back after that.
While action on the court may be intense at times, student athletes from Mansfield Christian and Lucas remind everyone to please respect the game. For the safety and comfort of all in attendance, we're reminding you to please limit your movement in bleachers to dead ball situations, and to please remember that the Lucas local schools are a tobacco-free environment. The officials for this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Please give a warm welcome to our game officials. Mr. Aaron Arter, Mr. Kevin Sabo, and Mr. David Mack. To honor America, the men and women protecting our freedoms around the world, we invite you to please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
welcome you back as starting lineups are going to get underway here from the Cub Cave. Coach Eisman, very happy to get that national anthem playing today. Talked to him a little bit previously before that. But the Lucas Lady Cubs, one thing, I was here recently with Travis Berardi here on Tuesday. They won a hard-fought game against Monroeville, one that went down to the final few minutes. One of those games that they finally were able to put a couple halves together. We talked to Shelby Grover after the game, and she just felt that they were able to find some depth and connect two halves of basketball at a time. Obviously, one of the most important aspects of the game, having to find balance. We talked a bit about, you know, Loudonville and games they've played this year, other teams, just putting two halves together. How important is that to find success?
Yeah, usually the best teams, they can be consistent. It's kind of like a lot of things in life. If you can be consistent over a long period of time, you're going to do well. And with basketball, it's the same thing. You can typically, you know, a lot of times you'll see a game where a team will hang with for a quarter, and then they just can't keep that consistency going over a long period of time. And so that was what Lucas, I'm sure, was happy to see on Tuesday night, is to see that all put together, and especially see some offense come from multiple players, not just Shelby there.
And that's certainly Shelby Grover, averaging 19.5 a game, 10.4 rebounds, 4.2 steals, and 4.2 assists. So we'll take a quick second to look at that Lucas Lady Cubs starting lineup, led by none other than Shelby Grover himself. Ryan Culler also getting the start today. Tori Sauter, Kylia Foss, and Marissa Carty. And then on the other side for the Lady Flames, we have Auburn Meyer, Anna Sparks, Abby Little, Noelle Bear, and Alexis Ripple. And that will wrap things up for our Whitaker Myers pregame show as we're underway.
Shelby doing a good job already being aggressive, but just couldn't keep the handle on the ball.
Quick turnovers, going to give the Lady Flames the ball as they reset at the top of the key.
And this is what the Lady Flames thrive on, is defensive pressure. And then they're excellent passers, Hayden. Just watch them move the ball. They're very patient with their shot to make sure they find the right shot. And there's our spark of the game, Anna Sparks, with the first 2 points.
I like the way that flowed off you already, John Mark. Anna Sparks getting the first 2 points for the Lady Flames, and another turnover is going to get them the ball back.
Yeah, Lucas just needs to settle down a little bit. Probably, you know, excited into this game because they know it's a Mid-Buckeye Conference game, a game that they can win. And they just need to do what they can do.
So Auburn Meyer's going to bring the ball up the court. Pass handled by Ripple. Swing it back to Meyer, and I think that passing is on full display here.
Yeah, they'll work the ball around, and they do a good job of nice, crisp, hard passes. A nice pass by Noelle Bear right into Abby Little. And Abby Little, again, you know, when she gets on, look out, she can shoot.
Yeah, displaying great patience here so far. The Cubs drive it down into the paint. It's going to be an early foul, first foul for Anna Sparks, just first team foul.
Yeah, probably a good opportunity. This is the what hurt the Flames in their Loudonville game, was Anna Sparks gets into foul trouble at the end of the second quarter, has to sit the third quarter, and that's when Loudonville makes their run. So if Coach Grover is looking to recreate history here, that's work the ball into the paint and get Anna into a little bit of foul trouble.
So Carty goes 1 for 2 from the free throw strike. Lady Flames moving the ball up court again.
Auburn Mayer, point guard for the Flames, from a long history of point guards for the Flames. Both her older sisters were guards for the Flames many years, but her older sisters didn't have the benefit of ever competing with the Cubs. They were always much better than the Flames back then.
Definitely a rich history here in the Mid-Buckeye Conference, and a handful of teams in just a handful of years seeing both sides, both ends of the standings, as Grover's going to pull up for 2. Their first field goal on the day, Shelby's first points, and it's 4-3.
Lucas playing a man defense against the Flames, so Coach Grover thinks that all of her defenders can handle each of the Flames individually. See if the Flames can try to take somebody off of dribble here, and watch Sparks with the under the hoop. That's where she likes to go.
So So that's going to be just the first turnover for the Lady Flames today. And as you mentioned, Coach Grover liking the matchups, but with that patience and passing ability from the Lady Flames, we'll see, you know, if that patience, they're willing to wait for the matchup they favor. And that's going to be number 22, Kylia Foss, with her first points of the day.
This is a staple of Lucas defense, is starting their defense very, very high, which tends to mess up your offense if you're used to starting your offense at the three-point line. When they pick you up at half court, it's just a totally different look than what you're used to looking at.
Yeah, a lot of squads providing that full court trap-type pressure nowadays. As that's going to be a turnover for the Lady Cubs. And as you said, number 10, Ryan Culler is going to sit at the half court. Pressured from Grover. Shot attempt. Three-pointers good from Noelle Bear.
Yeah, and she is not a three-point shooter, so that's good for Coach Young to see, is getting your non-shooters to start making shots.
Yeah, nice open look, and they're going to go ahead and get the ball back here after a turnover from the Lady Cubs. So turnovers an early issue here for the Lady Cubs, something that's been an ongoing occurrence so far this season. Little's going to swing the ball over to Meyer.
Nice turn-in shot there off the backboard, no good.
Takes a tough bounce, but the ball's kept in on a nice effort. Beautiful pass from Little.
Three-point bucket, Alexis Ripple.
And Ripple's going to get the second three for the Flames this first quarter. Scramble for the ball at midcourt. That's going to be our first jump ball of the day.
And that's really something that Alexis Ripple has tried to work on her game this year, is get that three-point shot. With the Flames without a lot of three-point shooting, it's easier to guard when you can just pack it in a little bit tighter. And so trying to extend the court, she's worked a lot on that and paid off there.
Little pulls up with a mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Lucas. Tori Sauter going to bring the ball up. Finds Culler. I believe that is going to be a foul on Alexis Ripple. Just her first, team second. Sauter inbounds the ball and pulls up.
Good shot there, just couldn't hit it.
A little bit too much. Rebound's going to roll out of bounds. Lady Flames will take over.
And a 30-second timeout.
So it's going to be our first timeout of the day. Lady Flames out to an 11-5 lead.
Yeah, and if you're the Flames, this is what you wanted to see. You wanted to get out and get a couple good shots going right away. Last two games for the Flames, they've hit 70 points, so they can get the offense going. But if they don't, then they can have some problems. So good to see 11 points, I'm sure. And Coach Grover's got to be happy with. I like that defensive effort. That putting that high press up there again. That's a staple of what Coach Grover is going to do. And it seems to be messing up the flow. The first two sets, Flames didn't have that problem. They picked them up at the three-point line. Ever since they've picked them up there, the offense hasn't looked as crisp for the Flames.
You're going to see Coach Grover go ahead and move that defense up a bit more. Going to go with a full court trap here. Flames able to handle it so far, and now they're going to have numbers. You see that speed of Grover there, but that's going to result in a foul. Her first on the day.
Yeah, nice chase down, but just got a little too much of the player there, the ball handler, resulting in the foul.
Meyer inbounds the ball, swings it back over to Little, back to Meyer. Cubs cutting off those passing lanes, but able to find one there.
Oh, and there you go. There's a nice rebound by Anna Sparks. Couldn't put it back, but and that's her second foul.
And that's going to be an early exit to the bench. As you just mentioned, 2 early fouls, 3:36 left to go in the first, so don't want to risk getting her that third foul way too early in this contest. Lady.
Bring in Reagan Standridge, sophomore post player for the Flames.
Shot from Foss just a little bit too much. Ball's going to stay with the Lady Cubs. Not much movement from the Lady Cubs here, making it difficult for Grover to find someone. Color does swing it over to Shelby, who finds Foss in the paint just too much on that pass, and that will be another turnover. Seeing some nice speed displayed here by the Lady Flames, able to break that trap.
Yeah, Noelle Bear, another one of the Flames' good soccer players that's translated well into basketball here, and so she's using some of that soccer speed to beat the press down the court.
I definitely agree. I think soccer players have some of the strongest stamina, able to translate that over to other areas of athletics. Layup a little bit too strong there. Foss will snatch the board. A little bit of a tumble, and Coach Grover's going to go ahead and use another timeout here. I believe this one will be a full timeout.
Oh, just a 30. Yeah, kind of. That's the old coach will bail you out if she sees you're in trouble, and usually it's on some sort of trap or press. But Shelby just lost her balance there, and probably wasn't going to be able to get up without a travel. So Coach Grover went to save the possession.
Yeah, first half definitely a little bit more flexible to use timeouts in that situation. There's 2:50 left remaining in the first quarter, as you see displayed down on our Ohio Valley Manufacturing scoreboard.
Yeah, pretty good crowd here for the girls on a Saturday afternoon, and always good to see to get some fans out to watch these players and all the hard work that they put in.
Yeah, this game originally scheduled for 2:30, but with some injuries and personnel issues on the Lady Cub side, got moved up to 1, and no issues there as they're able to find some of that offensive momentum again.
Yeah, the Cubs able to transition off the press into a two-point basket, and Flames looked like they were going to try to make something happen, just couldn't make the passes, couldn't keep the passes as crisp as the Cubs had.
Sauter's going to move it up to Color, who drives in, puts up a layup, no good. Rebound will go to Mansfield Christian. So defense definitely an early staple for both sides, resulting in those points.
Shelby looking like she was getting ready to jump that pass there and decided to pull off at the last minute.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those vital aspects that Grover does bring to the court. You think you find an open pass, and then she used those short bursts of speed that she has. Lady Flames doing a good job, though, not finding what they want necessarily, but still holding on to that rock.
A nice job for Auburn Mayer to beat her defender, just couldn't get that shot up high enough, a little flat. And there's a 2-point bucket and a foul for the Lady Cubs.
So a nice job there by Grover. As you take a look at our Simonson Construction Services replay, Grover able to find Sauter in transition. She'll have a chance to make this a 3-point play.
Yeah, and Hayden, this is kind of what we talked about early on in the broadcast, was the Flames are without their primary post player there. So on those fast breaks, typically they've got Kylia Jones sitting back there, who's pretty good at taking a 2v1 and messing up their flow a little bit there. But they've got the younger and not as experienced Reagan Stanridge, who's pretty good ball player, but just doesn't have the experience of Kylia Jones.
So Sauter will miss the free throw. Remains a 10-9 ball game, but the Lady Cubs will force another turnover. And Grover will slow things down as we near 1 minute left in the first quarter.
Nice job by Noelle Bear after a turnover, able to get a steal, but traveled at the end.
So I got to say, Bear took a few too many steps. Looked like there was a little bit of contact there on that replay from Sauter, but officials say travel came first.
Flames trying to put a little bit of a high trap on Shelby. So Sauter's going to pull up 4-3. Shot no good.
Rebound goes to Little. .35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. See if the Flames are able to eat away some of this clock, but if they have an open look.
Yeah. Alexis Ripple thought about it there, but pulled it back.
Abby Little going to let to take that look, no good. Rebound to Foss.
Nice job by Ripple to get her hands on. Oh, no, they're going to call her for a foul.
I always find that to be one of the more interesting decisions that officials have to make, I think, on any given day. Some officiating crews will call that a jump ball, and some will slow that down and cut it short with some contact and call a foul. Grover pulls up, takes a nice shooter's bounce. She's able to get it to go. 5 seconds remaining. Little has little time. Shot won't fall, and that's going to go ahead and wrap up our first quarter. Lucas Lady Cubs able to surge back, lead 11-10. So keep it right here. Live and free. We'll be right back for the second quarter on the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Welcome back inside the Cub Cave. My name's Hayden Gray, and again, alongside me is John Mark Young today, and Lucas able to find some offensive success late in the first quarter, but so far a tightly contested matchup. What do you like for the Lady Flames to get going again that had them with that early success early in the first quarter?
Yeah, they've just got to work into their offense. Their offense is good enough, and they've got the players and shooters to be able to come back here. But again, that high trap is a constant problem for a lot of teams. And here, Coach Grover's got it going again, picking them right up at half court, which doesn't allow them to as smoothly set up into their offense.
Able to find a passing lane, but just a juggled pass. Shelby Grover on the end of that turnover. Rannigan and Little fighting for the ball, able to keep it on the side of the Lady Cubs, though. Shot up, no good. Rebound to Foss, and that'll be a jump ball.
Yeah, there's your jump ball you were looking for finally.
Yeah, you know, they sometimes will let them go at it a bit more, and all just depends on some of that hand placement. Color thought about a three. Pass inside just a bit too much. Turnover for the Lady Cubs. Ripple will reset. Tried to find Little, but Rannigan's there for the turnover.
Yep, and just got it, you know, putting those passes right into a horde of defenders is generally not going to end well. So Flames should continue to do what they've been doing early on, which is work that ball on the outside till they find the drive or the shot they want.
And they'll have a chance to do exactly that as the Lady Cubs got to turn it over on the travel. Shot up. No good, and Grover gets the rebound.
Looks like Anna Sparks coming off the bench for the Flames, so they're going to put her in with 2 fouls and probably tell her, hey, be careful, be careful. We can't Can't have you getting in three fouls at any time before the third quarter.
So Ryan Culler, speaking of threes, going to find the first one for the Lady Cubs. Something they don't put up many attempts, but able to find one there and cash in. Bear swings it over to Meyer. Puts up a three of her own, no good. Rebound to the Lady Flames. And they'll fight again.
Yeah, Reagan Standridge with the rebound. And again, another one that you might say, that might be a jump ball in some circumstances, but today that's going to be a foul, so the girls are just going to have to realize that if they get some hands on the basketball, they better be careful.
So just the second team foul for Lucas, doing a nice job today as Grover gets another steal, chased down by Meyer. And Grover will find another two.
Yeah, turnovers for the Flames, creating a lot of problems early on.
Both teams with 7 turnovers here in the first half. Shot attempt no good. Rebound by Marissa Carharty.
Those turnovers are just, I think, stressing the Flames a little bit here. Their offense is just coming down and just not really running much, putting up shots. So the Flames just need to settle down here a bit. Still very early.
Abby Little looked like she was going to have a breakaway steal. They are going to hit her with a foul. Looked like very minimal contact there.
Yeah, playing the ball and just felt like they got too much. She got too much body.
So the Lady Cubs will hold the ball as well.
One more foul against the Flames, and the Cubs will be shooting each time.
Pass tip, but Grover able to corral it from Sauter, put it up. And that's another one, up to an 8-point lead for the Lady Cubs. So far, fouls and turnovers have been a bit of a kryptonite for the offense. Layup up, and that's a good one from Anna Sparks, bringing that spark we talked about earlier.
Yeah, she, again, dangerous off the dribble, and she loves that right-handed layup. So if I'm Coach Young, I'm getting the ball back to her down low.
Grover a little bit too strong on the layup. Rebound does go to the Flames. And they're going to push the tempo here again. No foul called on Sparks.
Yeah, nothing there, which is surprising as touchy as they've been with the fouls. But Reagan Standard's there to pick up the rebound and get a stat shot and make.
As you said, Stanridge did a nice job not shying away, getting those second chance points. Color's going to pull up, shot no good. Lady Flames have cut this to just a 4-point gap with the ball in their possession. Meyer backing down Color.
3-point shot, no good.
Just a little bit too soft, but another offensive board. Now they'll reset things at the top with Little.
Yeah, Abby Little had the ball on the 3-point line, and I was just thinking about the Golden State Warriors. There was Alexis Ripple and Auburn Mayer sitting on the other side. Just swing that ball, work it around, and let's have a beautiful 3-point shot there.
Yeah, one of those luxuries where it's, you know, 2 options, not just one, makes it a little bit difficult. Shot no good. Rebound to Grover. Sauter will take another 3-point attempt, and that'll be good. Lady Cubs' second 3 of the day. And that will accelerate things back up to a 7-point game as we have another timeout taken here. But one thing, especially I was over in Willard for Willard versus Huron's girls basketball last night, and one thing, too, that has kind of been common this year at games I've been at is gaps like this. It's just a 7-point game, just a 2-possession game if you happen to be fouled. So definitely still a close contest with way too much time left to go. So Lady Flames definitely cannot count themselves out even close yet.
Yeah, they're, you know, you get a couple stops, you get a couple good looks at the basket, and it felt like there was a slight momentum shift there that the Flames were taking until Sauter hit that 3. But yeah, it's still, when you've got a team like the Flames that have been able to put up 70 points back-to-back the last 2 nights, you know that they can put the ball in the net pretty quick, and that's what Coach Young probably calling a timeout, settling them down, telling them to just get back into their rhythm. not make bad shots, and they'll be all right.
Certainly, and I think this gym, each time I've been here, you know, teams come in and offense kind of comes a bit slower than they're used to. It might just be that road atmosphere, and especially, you know, playing a conference game, different time than you're used to on a Saturday, so environment a little bit different, but nonetheless.
Yeah, the Cub Cave is always an intimidating place to come play for sure. You've got the sunken court down low, and you typically have a lot of Lucas fans here that you know, are going to try to make it difficult on the opposing team.
So Myers going to feed it inside to Stan Ridge. She swings it back out. Meyer will take a three of her own. No good. Bank looked like it was going to go in, but just takes an awkward bounce. Sauter getting pressured in the backcourt, finds Grover. Foss looking for Grover inside. Little doing a nice job defending. But Grover still able to find the bucket. So take a look at our Simonson Construction Services replay. It's definitely a tough situation to be in. You know, a volleyball player herself, Shelby Grover, has a nice vertical ability. Tough task for anyone.
Yeah, she can get up, and so you got to be able to guard that and defend that.
Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound to Sauter.
And I would imagine, not watching too many Lucas games here, that Grover's probably one that's in for the whole game. She doesn't get much of a break.
Yeah, no, they do not sub her out very often. Plays a lot of minutes, averages the most on the team.
The Flames were having a problem rebounding the ball, and foul on Lucas.
And Cahirty's going to sit down. The foul called on her. Just Lucas's third foul of the half with 2 minutes remaining. So definitely one of the things that has played in their advantage. Lady Flames not having an opportunity to get to the free throw strike yet.
Yeah, Alexis Ripple had a couple drives earlier in the game that it looks like she, you know, would be good possibilities to go to the line and just didn't get any calls. And so can't give up on that. And there's Anna Sparks again. And Hayden, she's definitely one that probably could have gone to the line a few times because she'll go right into the paint and try to finish at the rim.
Yeah, she has not shied away from contact or mismatches tonight. Beautiful pass on that last play. Rebound goes to Stan Ridge.
It's a 7-point game here for the Flames.
They're going to work that inside-out offense again, finding some success with that here lately.
Auburn Mayer off the dribble, a nice floater. That's what you want your point guard to be able to do, right? Dribble, and if you're not going to finish at the rim because there's a big down there, float it right over him.
Yeah, you take a look at that one again, a difficult spot on the floor. You don't have the luxury of that backboard there. You just got to be perfect on that one, and she was.
Sauter with another three, not able to connect to that time, and goes out of bounds.
So Color will check back in for the Lady Cubs. As we approach 1 minute left to play in the second quarter. Back down to a 5-point game. Just a little bit of miscommunication there between Bear and Sparks. Pass goes a little bit too high. Just the first turnover of the quarter for either side, though, so far.
Wow. That's exactly what Lucas needs to see, is somebody other than Shelby drive into the paint there and connect on a bucket.
And defense opened up there, and just a nice job by Color not to panic, went ahead and rolled with it and was able to get a good layup. And rebound goes to Grover.
Poked away by Noel Bear to save a easy layup by Shelby.
Nice to see those active hands there as you take a look again. Definitely stopped a two-pointer. Cubs will maintain possession, but Grover having a difficult time, and that's going to be a 5-second violation.
Yeah, good defense by the Flames there to just stay with their man and not give her any passing lanes. 25 seconds left here. So let's see what the Flames are able to do with the, could be the last possession. And there's Shelby right in the paint, so it's hard to drive when she's there waiting for you.
Yeah, definitely one of those that provides a lot of size greater than just what's listed on the roster. Put back no good, but another offensive board for the Flames. 3 seconds remaining. Shot up no good, and that will do it. That will take us to halftime. The Lucas Lady Cubs 25. The Mansfield Lady Flames 18, so a 7-point game. Stick around with us. We're going to break down some first half stats for you and a little bit of analysis. So we'll be right back here live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Well, welcome back to Lucas High School. It is now halftime as the Lucas Lady Cubs lead the Mansfield Lady Flames 25-18. Welcome in if you're just now joining us. Again, I am Hayden Gray, joined alongside by John Mark Young today. And let's go ahead and dive into those first half stats and see just exactly how we have arrived where we are. So the Lucas Lady Cubs have hit 9 field goals, 2 3-pointers coming today, 12 rebounds, just 3 fouls for the Lady Cubs, 8 turnovers, and 1 of 3 from the line. And then for the Mansfield Christian Lady Flames, 6 field goals, 2 3-pointers as well, so an even battle there. 11 boards, so a lot of rebounds from both sides today. But 6 fouls and 8 turnovers, so an even turnover battle as well. And then they have not had a chance to find their way to the charity strike yet today, so no free throws for those Lady Flames. John Mark, what is one statistic for both sides, either side, that's really stuck out and been the difference maker for you in this first half?
Yeah, if you would have told me, hey, we're going to sit here at halftime and you're going to be looking at a Lucas 7-point lead, of which you can maybe attribute those to the 2 threes, I would say Shelby Grover was deep in a corner just stroking them. But that's not the case. It's exactly like we talked about. Somebody other than Shelby Grover is providing some offensive support, which was Tori Sauter hitting those 2 3-pointers from about the wing on the 3-point line, and that effectively is the difference in this game. If Tori Sauter doesn't hit those threes, we're almost tied up here. So if you're Coach Grover, you got to be telling her next half, come out with that same shooter's mentality.
Exactly, and as you said, Tori Sauter, 2 3-pointers, so she has 6 points on the afternoon, 6 of those 25. Kylia Foss also adding to some of the remaining 19, so it definitely has not just had to be Shelby Grover today for the Lady Cubs. And when we're taking a look at the other side, obviously we've talked about, Mansfield Christian coming into the evening. Their offense is definitely higher power than we've seen thus far. They average 57.5 points per game, but, once you get into conference play and on a Saturday at 1 o'clock, sometimes there could be, even the best athletes are going to have a little bit of just that drag from the week they've just had and getting up a little bit earlier today. If you're a coach, put me into the mindset of Coach Young. What are you telling the girls at halftime, and what's the key to calming down and getting back out there in the second half?
Yeah, it's just reminding them that this is, you guys can play this game. You've played with Lucas and Loudonville and all of your conference teams all year. So just go out there and hit your shots, play your game. Don't get nervous. If they make a little run, just come right back at them. And that's usually what I always love to see with players is not after a turnover. A lot of times you can see what kind of player they are by how they respond. And the best players will make a turnover because nobody's perfect. And then they'll go create a turnover. And that's what I think Coach Young needs to do is say, listen, you're not going to play a risk-free, a penalty-free, or an error-free game. What you just have to do is out-hustle them, and you've got the ability and the firepower to do it. So, the Flames, they probably, if you ask me, they need to see the bottom of the net a couple times to start this half if they want the half to start going the way they do. And like we talked about earlier, I think Anna Sparks is a big difference in this game. And when she went out, that's where it all turned for the Flames and to the Cubs' benefit. Is she's a lockdown defender, and as we've seen, she's able to get in the paint. So she's got to stay out of foul trouble the second half.
Yes, and like you said, now that we've reached the second half, obviously still with 2 quarters left to go, she needs to be a little bit cautious, but having a little bit more flexibility. Definitely didn't want to pick up that 3rd foul in the 1st or 2nd quarter. But that will wrap things up for our halftime, again presented by Whitaker Myers. And we're going to get underway in the second half. Lady Flames get to start off with that.
And Hayden, we should probably just remind our listeners that as Auburn Mayer goes right to the hoop trying to create some offense, no good, that Whitaker Myers is, in fact, Dave Ramsey's local SmartVestor Pro. So if you like a debt-free life, you'll like Whitaker Myers.
And that is certainly true. Couldn't have left it to anyone better to give you that one. And Ryan Culler.
3-point shot, so moves the lead up to 10 for the Lady Cubs. And again, the Cubs are putting on a shooting clinic. And Shelby Grover's not had to do as much.
Good look for the Flames. No good, but they are going to draw the foul on the offensive rebound. None other than Anna Sparks going to get a chance for the first free throw attempts today. Take a look at that Simonson Construction Services replay, able to draw the contact there on that arm.
Yeah, and like I said, she can, you know, she will run in from the three-point line, and with those long arms and just nice vertical, able to grab some rebounds that other teams can't get, and looks like it's turning into some points here for the Flames.
So first shot from Sparks is good, and second one a beauty as well. Excuse me, that was, yes, Sparks. Little providing some pressure. Color's going to be left open. Shot no good. Rebound to Sparks.
This looks like they got Shelby trying to give a little full court pressure right off the rebound.
They are able to get a good look in the corner. Shot no good. Just an awkward bounce off that back of the rim. Grover will get the rebound. Grover gets a nice bounce. 3 Lady Flames there, but a little bit of joy for the shooter there. It takes a nice bounce, going to find its way in for 2.
Yeah, she just does such a nice job of when she gets in the paint, she knows exactly what she wants to do. A lot of times players will get in the paint, and Auburn Mayer with a 3-point shot to keep the Flames close. You know, they'll think about it for a second, and you think, and that's where you see so many tie-ups down in the paint. But Grover, she knew what she wanted to do, which was once she got there, she was going right up to the net.
And Kylie Foss is going to draw a foul. And that's going to go on Noelle Bear. You know, you can kind of, we talked about body language after turnovers, but tend to feel a little bit for Bear. You know, she remained with those arms up after they called the foul. Not much else you can do. Kind, you know, a pretty clean look.
Yeah. Yeah, some good acting there by the Foss of the Cubs as she sold it a little bit, and that's part of the game.
Yeah. So just the first foul of the half, and Foss is going to be good on the second.
So we haven't seen a missed free throw from either team yet. Not that we've had too many, but that's good to see. Both teams hitting easy ones.
Free throw is definitely something that can make or break you in close games.
Nice dribbling there by Mayer to look through. 3-point shot by Abby Little. Doesn't take a lot of those, and
again, we're going to have another foul. That's going to go on Aubrey Meyer. Tori Sauter able to pick up the foul.
Yeah, nice transition there by the Cubs, and the Flames just didn't talk on defense and left her wide open there, which caused Auburn Mayer to have to come and give a little bit of a quick help on the D. And
so Sauter able to knock down her first free throw of the day. The second one will take a bounce in, and they remain 4-4 from the line to open up the third quarter. Back up to an 11-point gap, 5:50 left to go in the third quarter. Little swings the ball over to Alexis Ripple. Back inside. Fight for the board.
Oh, and that's 3 on Sparks.
So Sparks not able to come up with that one. There was a bit of a scramble for the rebound. That's going to be her third foul, as you mentioned.
Yeah, just not a great defensive transition there by the Flames. Left Cubs wide open under the net.
So Kylie Foss being that second and third option for the Lady Cubs today. And as we mentioned, though, Sauter and Foss taking a lot of that offensive relief from Grover.
Nice pass. Anna Sparks right into Abby Little.
As you said, great job there connecting for 2, a much needed bucket for the Lady Flames. And the great effort there is going to force a turnover.
Auburn-Mayer coast to coast off of the steal. So Flames making a little bit of a run here.
A nice job to stick with it when it looked like the ball was going to go out of bounds. Force the turnover and get 2. Miss from Sauter. Return miss from Cardy. And the Lady Flames have a chance to cut this one potentially to a 6-point game.
3-point. Oh, Anna Sparks with a rare 3. Nice job. And again, it's like we had a little foresight there, Caden. Sparks, once again, sparking the Flames.
Yeah, you know, something that's typically been a common occurrence on most of our broadcasts, no matter the commentator you are, is the announcer jinx. Definitely hit myself and Garrett Parlett last night several times, but this afternoon, a little bit of luck there. Don't think it's hit either of us quite yet.
Yep, and so both teams have come out and some pretty good offense. I mean, we were, the Cubs have put up 11 so far this quarter, and the Flames have slightly more than that. So, yeah, both teams are hitting their shots right now, and both teams sounds like want this. You know, and this is exactly what you want with conference play, baby. Is punch after punch after punch.
That is for sure. We've got a great one here today, and glad to see some of you chiming in. Welcome in if you're just now tuning in, but, make sure to drop us a comment. Let us know who you're excited to watch, hear from. We've got some comments. Nancy Fisher says, go Cubs, go Shelby. Teresa Alt, go Shelby. Couple of hearts for the Cubs. Go Lady Flames from Michael Cyphers. Abby Marie, none other. Saying awesome job, commentators. Thank you. We appreciate that. And none other than Brian Skronsky, excited to hear John Mark. J. Mizzle, I believe, was the nickname he provided for us on the mic tonight.
Yeah. That was the high school nickname, and so that's all the J to the Mizzo are the nicknames that most of my friends use, including Mr. Skronsky.
Always love getting to hear backstories.
Matter of fact, the last OH.REPORT broadcast I helped out with was a Mansfield Senior versus Ashland game with Mr. Skronsky that the Lady TY Tigers took for the dub.
Always good to hear that. And
here comes, let's see what Shelby Grover can do. You know, it looked like one of those passes where Shelby Grover was going to LeBron James it off the backboard, but she decided to maybe hold off and not get the foul. And so now the Cubs are hanging on to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, Grover not in foul trouble herself, but always one of those cautious players. Doesn't want to pick him up if she doesn't have to. And Little got to get another turnover. Meyer able to maintain control. She's going to end up dribbling all the way down and putting a shot up. Wow, coast to coast.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly what like we talked about. The Flames can put offense on the board quick, and that's what they needed to do. A couple turnovers that have created, and maybe another turnover here. Auburn-Mayer does a nice job getting off her feet and getting in the passing lane.
So defensive pressure really turning up here as we're going to have a couple substitutions. Culler and Foss got to check back in for the Lady Cubs. Rannigan got to take a seat.
You know, and Hayden, here's what I want to see is if the Lady Flames can get Alexis Ripple involved in this game. She's their leading scorer this year on a points per game basis, but not been a big factor here today. And so when it comes down to crunch time, what you need is your big players to make big plays.
That's for sure, and it's kind of been the story for both teams. Their marquee players, not the leading scorers for either side yet today. We're going to see things slowed down a bit. Culler's going to try and break that up, though. Flames maintain possession because the ball was tipped. And a tough day from the officiating staff continues for Bear. They're going to hit her with a travel.
Yeah, it's one of those, when you're getting called on the travels like that, it's probably just catch and pass, catch and pass. Just, give yourself a little bit of a reprieve.
Just the first turnover for the Lady Flames here in the second half, and they're going to hit Bear with another foul. I believe that is her third. Team fourth here in this half.
Flames in a 2-3 zone. And what I was getting ready to say is when you're putting a 2-3 zone against an inbounds play, you better watch under the basket, and Lucas hit it perfectly.
Yeah, Grover able to find Cahardy there. Flames going to take it to the rack.
Nice job, Anna Sparks, using her body to get around and put 2 points on the board for the Flames.
So a 2-point game. Another shot up for the Cubs. No good. Rebound to Grover.
You know, you had Willard last night, and Anna Sparks reminds me of a Willard player from last year. They, of course, had the great Presley Felton, Layla Dials, but one of my favorite players, and her name escapes me, was a nice, looked like a guard, but she would play inside the post and just dominate on a rebounding and layup perspective. I think she's playing for Findlay tonight, this year is what the Willard coach had told me. Yeah, it's nice to see those players that you say, oh, looks like a guard but plays like a forward.
Yeah, certainly. Definitely a lot of very good players have come through that program. Coach Barry, obviously a long time, very well-respected coach for the Lady Flashes. And the missed shot attempt turns into a pass. Little no good on the return, but Lady Flames keep the rock.
Alexis Ripple, 2 3-pointers there, and both of them weren't able to connect. Flames better be careful because, yeah, they got a Cub sitting right down on the basket, and they found her. So pushes the lead back up to 6.
Cahardy able to get down the court, slip away from those defenders. Back up to a 6-point lead, as you said. So we've definitely had more of an offensive-fueled third quarter. And we're going to get back to a jump ball area of the game as Stan Ridge tied up with Cahardy there, and she's going to take a well-deserved break. Going to have a substitution for Lucas, and my apologies, number 21 is not listed on our roster, so she will remain number 21.
Another 2-point bucket by Anna Sparks there. Cuts the lead back to 6.
So Foss looking for it, gets her own rebound. And a jump ball again as Foss. Anna Sparks tie up.
Yeah, the Cubs are looking, you see a lot of their offense. They're trying to flow it through the paint there, probably without a big post like Kylia Jones, like the Flames are used to. Coach Grover's trying to take advantage of that. And it's mixed success so far.
So a nice job there to slow down that inbound play by Little, and going to pick up a foul. I believe that was on Ryan Culler. So just Lucas' second foul of the half. Bit of a scramble there. Sparks got to recollect, send it up top to Mayer. Little's going to hover around the arc a bit, pull up for 3. Shot no good. Shelby Grover collects another rebound. Quickly up to Foss, but Little there, able to take possession. We'll see who the officials think it went off of, and it's going to be a turnover for the Lady Cubs.
23 seconds left, so let's see if the Flames are going to try to hold for the last shot.
Definitely a great opportunity here to cut this down to a 2 or 1 point game. But Ryan Culler has different ideas as she picks up a steal.
Another Cub wide open under the basket, but the Flames are watching Shelby Grover there.
Tori Sauter with a mid-range jumper, no good. We've got another scramble again. Foss really having her way down in the paint, very physical player. But Reagan Stanridge there for the Lady Flames. They will take possession. Just 0.3 seconds left. Little rolls the ball, and not enough time to pick that up and take a shot. So that is going to wrap up through 3 quarters of play, down to a 4-point game. Lady Cubs leading 42-38. Stick with us. You're not going to want to miss this 4th quarter, and keep it right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
So we are back inside the Cub Cave for some fourth quarter action. Or as I should say, money time action. I know Garrett Parlett, if he's at home watching, taught me this lesson last night. Fourth quarter doesn't exist at the OH Report. It is money time, coined by our Brian Skoronsky.
Money time. Let's see the players that are going to, be able to cash the check here for either the Cubs or the Flames.
So Cubs got to start off with a three-point attempt from Collar. A little bit too much. Got to have some airmail on that one.
So Flames playing a 2-3 zone, so probably saying we're willing to give up the three-point shot to take away the dribble drive off of Shelby Grover.
Some great, coaching strategizing there displayed from Coach Young, because those Lady Cubs don't take a lot of three-point attempts. They have found 3 today, but definitely not their go-to shot. But Tori Sauter does light the three-pointer, and as I just talked about, spanks the 3 from the corner.
Yeah, that's the there you go, your announcer curse there.
Yeah. There's the old jinx coming out, and Grover's going to corral the rebound up court to Sauter. Slows
nice
things
pass.
down.
Yeah, nice passing by the Cubs, just couldn't connect. It's the maybe apropos with John Madden just passing away. That was the Madden curse that used to
yes.
just destroy the NFL players that would show up on the cover, and then the next year, all those wonderful stats that got them paid there seem to vanish.
Yeah, our OH Report honor to the legendary John Madden, as Stanridge able to find 2 more points. And the Lady Flames are up and moving. Abby Little up into the front court. Takes it all the way. Broken up by Grover.
Nice job by the Flames to trap her, and Anna Sparks with those active hands pushes it up to Abby Little. She just needs to finish this. Nice job there. Nice job by the Flames.
Some redemption there for Abby Little. And Coach Grover would like an early timeout here. Again, just a 3-point game. It's been a very tightly contested match so far.
Yeah, at this point, if you're the Cubs, it's just about doing what you've done all game. Don't make any wild passes. Don't make any crazy plays. Just keep playing, and let's see if Shelby Grover tries to take over a little bit here in the fourth quarter. You'd think that she knows probably that this hasn't been her highest stat game, but they're doing what they need to do, which is put more points on the board than the Flames. So let's see if she tries to take over here.
Yeah, both sides knowing, the importance of conference games and winning them when you have the opportunity. Mansfield Christian sits at second, the Mid-Buckeye, 2-1 in conference play, so an important one here for them to continue to try and make a push towards a share, or if not an outright, depending on how the way things go. With Loudonville obviously leading the way. Lucas third, despite being below 500 in conference play, 2-3 in Mid-Buckeye play, so this would be one they'd like to get back up to 500. And Foss facing a lot of defensive pressure.
Shelby Grover, the first one back on defense there, which is allowing the Abby Little to think second about taking that drive, but Reagan Standridge able to scoop up Abby's missed shot and make this a 1-point game.
So second chance points there, going to make this a lot closer than the Lady Cubs would like. Sauter looks across court, but just too much on the pass.
So the Flames are going to take it down and have a chance to take the lead here on this possession. Probably their first lead since the first quarter. I could be wrong on that, but
no, I believe you're right. It's definitely been a while. While they have been able to get back within striking distance, this would be the first time they'd be able to regain that lead. Nice job to corral a pass back in. Color's going to come up with the rebound, though. Ryan Color swings it over to Grover in the corner.
Yeah, that 2-3 zone giving up the other side of the court, but the Flames are okay with that. Shelby Grover just running baseline to baseline, looking for a corner three.
I think definitely willing to allow them to have those shots, as we said, as Kylia Foss has had quite a day down in the paint today, so I think they prefer their chances to try and slow her down as she picks up the foul. Take a look at our Simonson Construction Services instant replay, able to get that foul there. It's going to be the 6th foul on Mansfield Christian of the half.
Yeah, rebounding, especially at this point in the game. Don't want to give too many second shot attempts, and definitely not third shot attempts.
Foss knocks down the first. Lucas yet to miss a free throw in the second half. The second shot is on its way. Foss able to keep that going. Going to send it back to just a 3-point game. 4:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mansfield Christian looking to narrow that back down. Layup too short. Rebound the Foss.
Yeah, Ripple, just not able to get a clean look at it. Tough shot there, and nice job by the Cubs to just work that ball quickly, and Flames got lucky there.
So a missed opportunity for the Lady Cubs. Flames looking to capitalize. Offensive rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Kylia Foss. Thank you, Deb Kirkpatrick. 21 is Chloe Sturts. Thank you so much.
Chloe Sturts, there you go. The OH Nation coming through big for us here.
They obviously know how many times we're over in Cub country, so I appreciate you reaching out and letting us know. Flames getting a couple looks inside, another offensive rebound, and another foul.
That one's going to put Reagan Standridge to the line. 2 shots.
So just the 3rd and 4th free throw attempts on the day for the Flames. First shot up.
Reagan Standridge filling in for the injured Kylia Jones.
Obviously a tall task and a big role to fill. Has done a nice job here today looking to knock down the second shot.
Hayden, she's done a good job of sitting on the back side of those rebounds and just being there for a nice cleanup job, where I think most of her points have come from getting those rebounds. And
2 more offensive boards. Make it a 3rd.
Anna Sparks, now she's on the floor.
We're going to get a jump ball. Possession is going to stick with the Lady Flames. And as you said, just the effort today. Standridge really providing an opportunity to get second chance points. She just is not, she's refusing to allow them to just get those easy rebounds.
Oh, right back into the hands of Anna Sparks on the basket. Just couldn't finish for the Flames.
So after quite some time on the opposing side, the Lady Cubs are back in offensive territory. And I believe this is going to be about our 6th or 7th jump ball of the day.
Yeah, another announcer jinx. We talked about not a lot of jump balls earlier in the day, and now it seems like we're getting one every 30 seconds.
So active hands from Abby Little not going to allow the inbounds pass to come easily to color. Still just a 3-point game. Tori Sauter will receive the inbound and swing it up top to color. It does find Grover around the free throw line. She swings it out to Sauter. 3-point attempt, no good, and that rebound's going to go to Anna Sparks.
Nice job, Anna, being real aggressive under the basket there, not letting the Cubs get another look.
So the defense daring them to take that shot just a little bit off. Cubs going to maintain possession.
Yeah, Alexis Ripple was looking for that tie ball game there with that 3-point shot. She's just not, that's not been her shot today. I think had one early, but that's been it. So let's see if the Cubs can capitalize on
So Sauter got to slow things down looking. As we've mentioned, this zone making things difficult. That's going to be another tie-up. Number 21, Chloe Sturts getting in there. Possession going to go back over to the Lady Flames, as this has been our third jump ball in about the past 30 seconds. Oh, thank you, Deb. That's your granddaughter. Well, awesome to find that out. Definitely getting some quality action here in this one this afternoon, so glad we can bring that to you. Shot from Little just a bit too strong.
Nice active hands by Alexis Ripple there, but bounced out of bounds.
Yeah, Lady Lucas Cubs, 8 turnovers here in this second half. Those active hands forcing a lot of turnovers from Mansfield Christian.
It's like Noelle Bear's getting ready to come back in for the Flames, replacing Reagan Stanbridge. So you've got a all junior senior lineup for the Flames now here in the game with the experience to try to bring them back. And there's that soccer school there, footwork you're seeing.
That was definitely, if you're, looking for that play to say, oh, I think she played soccer, that was the one. Abby Little getting a nice stoppage there. And the pressure continues. Just 2 minutes left to go. Lucas looking for another home win here this week. Lady Flames would love to put a stop to that. Zone definitely cutting off those lanes. Grover not able to drive as she's normally accustomed to.
Coach Grover might be okay with that right now. It's running a lot of time off the clock just while they're looking for something.
Yeah, certainly, running that clock is something that becomes a bit more difficult with the pace of play as of late for many teams becoming rather quick and just a lot of pressing on the defensive end. So sometimes you definitely will take that, even though we're just at a 3-point game. I'm sure Coach Grover would like a few more points for a bit more of a cushion, but just one timeout for Lucas. Mansfield Christian does hold 3 timeouts remaining.
And Mansfield Christian doesn't have much of a deep bench, so you've not seen a lot of substituting in this game. So Coach Young might have gotten a little bit of a gift here from Coach Grover by calling a timeout just to give her players who have been in almost this entire game a little bit of a break here to reassess and to catch their breath a bit, especially when you're probably going to be looking for some long shots. You need those legs and need those shooters' feet to get the ball to the rim.
Yeah, as you said, neither team, Mansfield Christian with a little bit more depth, but the rotation that they like doesn't give much of a break for anyone on the court. And Lucas very close, very similar to the same way. Not a lot of depth on that bench, not in terms of talent, but just in terms of sheer numbers. And some of the, rural areas in Ohio, we have some of these smaller schools. So definitely these ladies are putting in a great deal of work.
Flames going back to a man-to-man defense here. So see if the Cubs have anything different against the man. Of course, what you got to watch out for when you're leaving Shelby on one defender is, can that defender handle him? And Flames have Abby Little on her right now. Seems to be doing a good job of cutting the lane off for her.
Yeah, I think, we keep referencing back to the soccer field, but I think that stamina, I think Abby Little's definitely someone who's up to the task of having to run all around with Grover and prevent her from driving into the lane.
This is the clash of the two top fall athletes in the area. Abby Little with soccer and
certainly
Grover with volleyball. Abby Little looks like got away with a little bit of a pull there on Grover's jersey they didn't call.
So now they will elect to call the foul. 1:04 left here in this fourth quarter. It's going to send Tori Sauter to the line for a 1-and-1. 7th team foul on the Flames, so they do. Fortunately, now those fouls, you don't like them earlier on, but they come in to help you. You don't have to kill too much time trying to get to that bonus. Free throw is going to be no good. Flames moving the ball around.
Auburn Mayer, one of the three-point shooters, so if the Flames were looking for a three, that could be one person they were looking to get it with, but instead settled for a 2.
Just a rough bounce on that one. able to get the foul quickly, though, on Sauter. Sauter 1 of 4 from the line today.
These are pressure shots because she knows it's makes it a 2-possession game if she can hit it.
And she misses the first.
Oh, and a weird bounce that goes right back in the Cubs' way.
Those thick rims really provide some unique bounces, so as you said, but a turnover here for the Lady Flames, and they got numbers in transition. Shelby Grover coming back with that LeBron-esque block, as you said. And a travel call here.
Yeah, she was on her her back, but didn't look like she moved.
It's definitely a interesting call, tough to look. We'll get one more good look at it here. They're battling for the ball, and Foss does let go, but I believe, you know, from our view, it looks like she got that pass off.
They got an intentional foul on the Flames, so Shelby will.
I believe we heard the official say that the contact to the back, when she was not being face guarded by anyone, they're going to result in an intentional foul, so she'll step to the line. Missed the first. Not called too many times. She will connect on the second. Still just a 4-point game, 30 seconds to go. Cubs do retain possession here.
Flames going to come back in a full court press, try to create a turnover quick now that it's a 2-possession game. Cubs look like they're able to beat it. Let's see if the Flames can trap her here. And
they're going to let that one roll out. Very wise.
Yeah, normal turnover for Shelby Grover there, and Flames got to come up the court quick, look for that 3-point shot and or a 2 and get the ball back quick.
And they're going to have Anna Sparks at the top.
Oh! Yep, and she's going to go to the line for 3.
And a lot of contact there. So take a look again at our replay. Has an open look and just absorbs a big blow there. 10 seconds remaining, and that's exactly what you wanted. You didn't want to see her get hit like that, but great opportunity here for Sparks.
Yep, that was almost like a soccer hit there.
Yeah.
And, you know, and Anna's used to taking those, so just a little bit harder of a landing on the hardwood than the pitch.
Yeah, glad to see her bounce up quickly under her own power right away. And she knocks down the first 2 of 3.
And timeout, so Coach Grover going to try to ice Sparks on this last shot. So if you're the Flames here, now one of their specialties is a nice press and trap. So let's see, you know, you're going to have to put your money where your mouth is which is once this ball either goes through the nets or comes off the rim, you either get that ball back or you press and trap pretty quick to create a turnover.
Yeah, they do have 3 timeouts remaining. Lucas was 0, but as you said, 10.1 seconds. The way these clocks run so quickly, you got to think on your feet and fast, make quick reactions, and understand that, you know, you're going to allow yourself to have a bit of time to try and get that turnover, but if it's not there, you've got to foul.
Yeah, and lately while we were 100% on everything early, the free throws for the Cubs haven't come as easily. So
exactly.
If the Flames can't get that press to work right away, put them at the line and live for another shot.
So Sparks will have one more. As you mentioned, Lucas just 1 for 3 on their last 3 free throws, but Sparks has a big chance to make this a 1-point game.
And that free throw from Shelby Grover now looking a lot bigger.
No good on the free throw. Up court to Sauter. And they're going to have to foul Shelby Grover with 3.5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and that missed opportunity there for the Flames. Tori Sauter was right there on the base or the out of bounds line, ready to be fouled, and that's probably who you would have wanted to put the line. Certainly, probably over Shelby Grover.
Yeah, I think there's probably 4 other girls out there that Coach Young would prefer, but nonetheless, Shelby did miss now her second free throw of the half. So it's going to leave the door open for the Lady Flames with 3 timeouts and 3.5 seconds.
So you're guaranteeing a look at, if you can get a rebound, at least a look at a game-tying shot.
Definitely need to corral this. If it does bounce off, it will be good.
Oh, A little bit short, and that'll probably end it here for the Flames. Oh, half a second left, and they'll get another foul on her.
So a late turnover, looking to connect, get it across half court, because for all those watching at home, if you did call that timeout, Lady Flames still would have had to inbound the ball full court with 3.5 seconds left. So they were looking to get that across half court and get that timeout. Ball was able to be intercepted, and now Shelby Grover with a chance to potentially put this one away. Does miss the first.
So let me ask you, Hayden, if your mom's a basketball coach and you miss these tight free throws, do you have to stay after the game and shoot 100?
Yeah, that may be a question that we have to ask Coach Grover. I definitely heard the cry of distress from Mom, but she does make the second, and that is going to wrap this one up. Definitely a phenomenal matchup, a close one here. The Lucas Lady Cubs able to take advantage of some late free throws and turnovers, and they are going to take this one 50-46 over Mansfield Christian. Stick around. We'll have an interview with our player of the game and break down the final statistics when we come back right here on the OH Report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
coverage. I've got the MVP player of the game from today's Lucas Cubs and Mansfield Christian, Tori Sauter. Tori, normally you're used to watching your teammate Shelby Grover sit up here as the player of the game. And probably before this game, nobody thought you'd be sitting up here, but you just went out and balled out today. How does it feel? I saw Coach Grover with her hand around your shoulder as you're walking off the court. What did she say to you?
She just said, I've been shooting a lot in practice. I'm hard on myself, so I get as many reps as I can. And she said, hey, those reps paid off. Keep working hard, and thank you for going out and playing hard for me tonight. Because obviously you can hear the little frog in my throat. So she was like, good job.
Yeah. So maybe a Jordan-esque type performance from you tonight, where if you remember, Michael Jordan had a game where he came out and played sick and balled out, and you were able to do that. So the one thing that was pretty interesting to watch for you tonight was against that 2-3 zone. You got a couple good looks at the three-point line and were able to just knock down some huge shots, including in the fourth quarter there. So was that just directly tied back to you've just been taking a lot of those shots in practice and just ready to hit them?
Yes, I've been practicing my outside shot because Shelby's the type of person where she's very versatile. She'll like to shoot the three, but she also likes to drive, and she's really good at kicking the ball out. So I just like to be ready for those balls that come kicked out to me, so that way I can score and get her those stats of an assist.
Yeah. And you guys, so you guys have now put yourself in a position where you get to take on the NBC giant of the Lady Redbirds. What kind of confidence does this game give you for a team like Loudonville?
Well, we've already played Loudonville twice, so we are not there. But this definitely gives us confidence because we are missing a few players. One's out with ACL, one's out because of sickness. So this gives us a lot of confidence in ourselves to be able to go out there and work against a challenge.
Yeah, you guys played well tonight and were able to wrap it up. So who's your next game against?
I think Plymouth. Tuesday maybe.
Okay. Yeah. And so you're coming off of a win against Monroeville, a win against the Flames now, and now you're going to take on the Lady Plymouth Big Reds. So are you guys pretty excited about that? And
yeah, we're excited to get in the gym, and we don't really know much about Plymouth. We have film on them, but Kathy said, no watching Plymouth film until you play Mansfield Christian. Mansfield Christian's our first priority. So.
Yeah. What's it like playing for a coach like Coach Grover? She seems like very knowledgeable on the game, very intense in the midst of a game. How do you like playing for somebody like her?
Well, Coach Grover always pushing us to be better. She has so much heart and soul for this game, and she loves all of us. So seeing her so passionate about everybody on the team is just so heartwarming, and I just see that she wants all of us to be able to do well.
Yeah. So we're always looking to break news on the OH Report. Any breaking news in the sense of once Shelby graduates, is that going to be it for Coach Grover, or is she going to be sticking around here?
I have no idea. I'm hoping she'll stick around. I'd like to see what she would do with the young ones, but I have no idea.
Yeah, perfect. Well, she's the right coach for Lucas for sure. Does a great job. And I've always got to try to break some news for my guy Skoronsky to help keep those ratings higher. So we appreciate, Tori, you coming out. Great game tonight. We're going to go to a quick break and then come back with your final stats. This is John Mark with the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Well, welcome into the Cub Cave one last time, everyone. Hayden Gray alongside John Mark Young, and we have a final score for you. The Lucas Lady Cubs able to pull out a close one against the Mansfield Christian Lady Flames, 50-46. And let's dive into those final statistics so you can see how we arrived at this final score here in a Mid-Buckeye Conference showdown. First, we'll start with the Lady Flames. 15 field goals on the day, 4 3-pointers, 23 rebounds, 16 fouls, 10 turnovers, really cut down on those in the second half, and 4 of 7 from the line once they finally found their way there in the second half. For the Lucas Lady Cubs, 12 field goals, 4 threes, a bit uncharacteristic from them, but as you just saw, Tori Sauter, one of those that really provided those today. 25 rebounds, 8 fouls, 17 turnovers, and 11 of 15 from the line. So turnovers and chances at the free throw strike really benefiting the Lucas Lady Cubs. Now that we've had some time to digest this, John Mark, what sticks out to you for how they were able to get it done today?
Well, we talked about it early. The Cubs had to rely on something other than Shelby Grover to win this game tonight. When you're a one-dimensional team with just one player, it's easy for a team like the Flames, who have some good defensive pressure, to be able to just focus in on that player and shut her down, and then nobody else does anything, and it's an easy win. But tonight, the Cubs were able to find the net with multiple players, including our MVP player of the game, Tori Sauter, and that was the difference. When you have to guard a whole team, it's harder to beat teams. And the Cubs were able to end their 3-game losing streak to the Flames tonight just by being so well-rounded.
So as you said, a good win for them in the conference. Lucas going to go back to 500 in the Mid-Buckeye and sit at 5-8 overall. Mansfield Christian will drop just their second loss in conference. Now going to be 6-3 overall. So still quite a good record for them. Still lots of contests left out there to play for this season, but in terms of this one, that will be it. I would like to take a chance now to shed some light, though. We keep saying tonight, forgetting it's just now 2:30, so I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't plug the rest of what we've got coming up for you today. Shortly after this one, we're going to have another live basketball game tonight, and that is going to take place over at Ashland High School as the Shelby boys take on the Ashland Arrows. That'll be at 7:30. You can join our Brian Harder and Greg Collins live and free on that one. That'll be on our main YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And then also, if you're like us and sometimes can't fall asleep the quickest, we will have highlights out there for you later tonight, or if you want to wait till tomorrow, your choice when to view them. But we got 2 highlights for you tonight. We have Colonel Crawford at Upper Sandusky boys basketball. That's a good one. Make sure to stay tuned to our Twitter because we will have updates. Travis Berardi will be up at that one, so we will have score updates. And then Monroeville's taking on Western Reserve at 7:30. That is, again, the boys, and OH Reports Dalen will be at that one, bringing you a highlight as well from that. And the final thing on our lineup today, now, estimated time, it will be something where we will get that to you as soon as we can, but the 59th Annual J.C. Gorman Wrestling Invitational going on, obviously started yesterday. This year, no spectators allowed just due to the recent surge in the virus, but we are going to be in the building, and we are going to be running a broadcast on tape delay later at the conclusion of the finals, so we will have Bruce Wyrick, Mike Skelton, Brian will be over there, G-Man and myself will be heading over there shortly, so we will be bringing you real-time updates. Stay tuned to our Twitter. We will provide pictures and updates of the winners from each weight class. That's all lowercase OH_report if you don't follow us on Twitter yet, but stay tuned. And then the minute the finals conclude, we will be airing that on our Facebook page and channel 1 of our YouTube, and you can watch that entirely free for anyone. Obviously, upsetting spectators can't be there, but we want to make sure that we bring that to you free and give you the coverage you deserve. So that is what's on the lineup for us today. But in terms of here, that's going to wrap things up. Definitely want to thank my crew, my amazing director, Joy Hollenbeck, John Mark Young, making me look better, giving me color commentary, Camden, our awesome camera operator. We want to thank Lucas High School for allowing us to come here and do what we do. And then, of course, our amazing sponsors who provide this for us. Commercial sponsors, Lucas Community Center, Simonson Construction, pregame, halftime, and postgame, the one and only Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers.
Let's go.
Definitely a big help for us. Scoreboard sponsor, Ohio Valley Manufacturing, Instant Replay, Simonson Construction, and player of the game, the Cub Cave Carryout. But for us here, that'll do it for John Mark Young. I'm Hayden Gray saying so long, and we will see you again.
Thank you.